Hello, my amazing artists. It's Miss Randall here. Today we're going to be doing a lesson on a very important topic. Last week, the 46th president was inaugurated into our country as our leader, and also the vice president, Kamala Harris, first lady president, and mixed race. So we are dawning on a new age of history, friends. And to do that, we're going to talk a little bit about how our country has changed and what we can do to help to change our country for the good, of course, always. So we have, there's a movement called Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter is a civil rights movement. It is an equal rights movement. It's a protest to protest the inequality, the unequalness of Black Americans and white Americans, and how we still have prejudice and racism in our country. And the Black Lives Matter movement helps us to use our voice to help change the way that change racism. So here is a little YouTube video on some kids who are explaining to us what Black Lives Matter is and what civil rights are, and what this movement is about, and how you, as young people, as citizens of the United States, can help with this movement. Okay? So open your eyes, listen, and enjoy.
Breonna Taylor.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Welcome to Show and Tell.
What are we doing today?
We are sharing Black Lives Matter protest signs.
What does protesting mean? What's the point of it?
The point of protesting is really just showing that you care and that you stand for justice.
Does anybody want to go first? You're going to talk about it. All right, Gigi.
This one, it basically says Black Lives Matter with then a fist of a bunch of names whose people got killed by police. And then this one, it basically says enough work to make our future safe. Have you been to any protests?
Yes, we have. We went to 5.
What was it like? We had these candles, and we sat there for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, because that was how long the police had his knee on George Floyd.
What makes me really mad, about all of this going on, these are lives, whole lives being taken away. It just really makes me furious.
Yeah.
What does your guys' sign mean to you guys?
Black Lives Matter means that just because of the color of somebody's skin does not mean they're a criminal or something.
That's very true.
What about the other side?
It basically means that we want our future to be safe, and when we grow older, we want to learn about people that helped our community and not just learn about just white people that helped.
Do you guys feel like in school you learn a lot about famous white people?
Yes.
The only Black person we really learn about is Martin Luther King, and then we don't learn about really anybody else.
Who are your Black heroes?
Tubman.
Nelson Mandela.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, Obama. John Lewis.
Yes, John Lewis. It was very sad. Wow, he died.
Odin, do you want to go?
Sure. My sign says equality hurts no one, because it doesn't matter what skin type you are. We should all just be treated equal.
Did you go to any protests?
I went to one, and it was a walk with signs.
How did you feel when you were at the protest?
I felt sad for all the Black people who died. I also felt a little happy that I was trying to do something against the racism.
Cooking up to what Odin said, I felt good that I'm making a difference at these protests.
Who wants to go next? Go for it, Caitlin.
Here's our sign. It says Black Lives Matter. And right down here, it's a quote from Nelson Mandela. You can't really see it. And it has fists of multiple colors.
What does the fifth mean?
It means like freedom for everybody and Black power too.
Caitlin, what does that quote mean to you?
It says it's in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. Like basically, it's up to everyone to like create a better world, and it starts with equality.
How many protests have you been to?
So far, I've only actually been to one. We started at the park and we walked all the way to our market.
How many people do you remember being there?
It was like 200 plus.
That's good.
It's quite a lot for like a little neighborhood protest.
Kavali, do you want to tell us about your sign?
So my sign right here, it says Black Lives Matter, and then this one says because I have a black son, which was for my mom. Because there are a lot of mothers who are grieving because their son or their daughter got shot, and I know that she's scared that anything could happen to me when I get older or even now, and it's really scary. So, would you guys like to go to a protest with me?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Frankie, would you go?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
Because my mom said it's scared of the COVID.
That is true.
When everyone was at the protest, were you guys wearing masks?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel safe?
Yeah, we felt safe.
Go ahead, Frankie.
My sign says, color is not a crime. It means that Black people and brown people not get hurt by the police.
Ricky, can I see your shirt?
My shirt says Black Lives Matter.
Ours too.
Mine too.
How can I protest, but can I stay home and do it?
Yes, you can always can. There is online ones, and you can always just go outside and protest, kind of from your front door.
And you can also put a sign in like your window or like your yard.
Hey, Frankie, if there wasn't COVID, would you do it?
Yes, I'll say probably.
Justin and Gigi. Are there any chance that you want to teach this group?
Sure.
We will say no justice, and then you will say no peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No.
Say her name.
Breonna Taylor.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Good job, you guys.
Hope that you enjoyed that video. They talked about protesting, right? They talked about how you could protest at home if you don't want to go to a protest. They talked about how, treating people equally, and the Black Lives Matter movement is about everybody feeling equal and are being treated equal. And, it's our job to help this movement to keep going, right? MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. started this movement. Now Black people and white people can go to school together. And we have a lot of things that come, but this fight is not over, friends. So today we are going to be making our own posters. We are going to be using the fist as a symbol. So the fist is a symbol from our history. It's a symbol of protest and a symbol of solidarity. And it has been there for a long time. Martin Luther King Jr., he put up his fist, right? He said to fight for equality. And so we are going to learn how to draw a fist. And then we are going to choose one word that describes Black Lives Matter, civil rights, equal rights, anti-racism. And we are going to make a pop artist inspired Black Lives Matter poster. Okay, so get a piece of paper, get a black marker, and get ready to create. Alrighty, so we have our piece of paper, we have a black marker. If you don't have a black marker right now, you want to really get you can get a pencil, but you're going to want to have a black marker to finish this, okay? So, we are going to start with a line. We're going to be drawing a contour line, making a contour line drawing of our right fist. Okay, now friends at home, if you want to just draw your own fist by looking and following the outside lines with your hand and the inside lines called contour lines, you can totally do that. If you want to follow along with me and draw the symbol together, you can do that as well, okay? You know that in art there are a lot of different ways to make something. Everyone's different and we're all going to have different ways to do it. So we're going to start today with the contour line going from the left part of our right hand. It's going to come up. It's going to come out a little and then up again and around. Okay, then the next line is going to come here. Maybe you're going to space it out, maybe 4 fingers, maybe, I don't know how many fingers, okay? But make it wide because that's our arm. We're going to draw it up and stop, okay? Then we're going to be drawing this part of our fist, okay? So we're coming out. We're coming out and up and then coming back over and around. Okay, and remember friends, you can always stop and rewind, replay so that you can do this at your own pace, okay? Now we're going to draw the curved line that's going to represent this little part of our thumb right here, our hand, okay? So it's going to come curved line like this, and it's going to hit that line here and stop in the middle. And we're just going to take another little line, kind of make like a little V, which is this part of the thumb right here, okay? Now we're going to just draw our fingers, the 4 fingers on top in the balled fist, right? They kind of look like sausage size, sausage shape or hot dog shape. Okay, so we are going to draw those by coming down and around like a sausage. Does it have to be perfect? No. Is it going to look like mine? No. You are not me. I am not you. We all make different things in different ways, and they're going to look differently. As long as you're following directions and trying your best. You might not get it the first time, but you can practice and do it a couple times if you'd like. Finger number 3, finger number 4, and then we're just going to do a line right here to connect the outside of our hand. Okay, so now that you've made your fist, you want to think of a word. One word. There are lots of words that describe, represent Black Lives Matter. Here are a few words that I have brainstormed with you all and a lot of other students and young people, right? We have compassion. We have peace, together, change, forgiveness, right? Hope that things will change. Unity, we're getting together. Right now, as a class, as an art class, we are coming together for a purpose, and that is a purpose to end racism, okay? By using our art, by using a word, by using a picture, not by using force or weapons, okay? That's how we protest. So protest. I am going to actually choose, and you can pause the video and pick one of these words if you'd like. If you have your own word, you can do that too. So I'm going to choose the word, since we keep talking about it, protest. So up here, I'm going to draw it very big. I want you to draw it pretty big. Okay, because these are the main 2 parts of our poster, of our BLM artwork. Okay, so these are the things we want to convey a message. We want to make a change. We want to be heard. Okay, so you want to make it pretty big. Okay, because art can be used for many things, friends, and it can be used to change things. Okay, and today we are using those kind of messages and visual representations. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to really come over here and thicken up these lines. Okay? You're going to thicken them up by just maybe drawing a line next to them, making them thick so that they stand out, okay? One of the principles of design is called emphasis. Emphasis is when you use line or shape or color to make something stand out, to make it the focus of the picture. So by doing that, we are using thick lines to make the fist the focus of our picture, the emphasis, okay? So we're going to keep doing that. And I want you to really thicken up your lines. Think about, making it stand out. Maybe I'm going to turn it around a little bit. Just thickening up these lines. Thickening up these lines so that we have a nice, thick hand, okay? So you at home should be thickening up your lines. Maybe if you didn't find a black marker, you're looking for that black marker right now. Maybe you're using a dark black crayon, okay? Whatever you need to do to make yours stand out, right? So now that I've got all of my lines really thick, I might come over here and do the same thing to my letters. Okay, making them thick because like we said, these are the two main emphasis of our artwork. Okay, our artwork has a purpose, art for a purpose. Okay, so right now the purpose is to make change for anti-racism. And, Martin Luther King has done a lot for us, Nelson Mandela, we have Barack Obama, we have a lot of African-American leaders that have helped to fight for equality, that have done a lot of really amazing things for our country. Okay, and they deserve to be treated with the same respect that everybody else has. And in that little video we watched, right, we were talking about police brutality and how innocent Black people like Breonna Taylor, like George Floyd, are being killed because they were not given a chance and they were judged on the color of their skin. And this cannot be happening in our country anymore. And it is our job to protest. It is our job to say something. It is our job to stand up so that those people feel safe, so that we all feel safe. So the next thing you want to do after you have thickened your lines and made your word really big and emphasized the fist and the word, you're going to take 6 lines and you're going to draw them from the fist out to the edge of the paper. 1, 2, 3, kind of like an raise, like diagonal. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, in each section, you are going to put a different pattern. What is a pattern? A pattern is a line. It is a shape. It is a color that repeats. So right now, since we're only using black, we're going to be making patterns using line and shape. And if line and shape repeat, we can choose any line, we can choose any shape, we can choose a combination of those and repeat it in that section over and over again. For example, I'm going to repeat a loop-de-loop line. 1, repeating 2, repeating 3, repeating 4, We have a repeating shape or line. Maybe I'm going to do a repeating shape in here. Maybe I'm going to go little and big circles, little and big dots, right? And we have other videos where we do dot art. Yayoi Kusama, you might remember her name, one of my favorite artists. She loved dots. Okay, so now it's your turn to fill in your patterns. So keep on with repeating lines, repeating shapes. Maybe you can look online for different ideas to be inspired by. Okay? Or maybe you already have patterns. Maybe you could look around your room and look for patterns. Maybe you have an awesome pattern on your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of shoes or your favorite blanket. There are patterns all over, right? So you can be inspired by anything about patterns. I'm doing some wiggly lines. Okay. And let me see, what else should I do here? Ooh, see, this is where I'm having an artist. Maybe I'll just do some of these. Maybe I'll do a combination of line and shape. Right? So we have a repeating line, we have a repeating shape. All right. Have so much fun making these. We are going to color now. I'm going to show you some examples of pattern and of the fist. And then we'll come back to our color. Here is an example of some patterns. Here's an example of the Black Lives Matter fist. And the fists represent the LGBTQ rights. Alrighty, here we go. We get to use color. So we are using color to start to make our poster pop, right? So I'm going to just start by coloring in my circles, and they're going to be purple. And notice when I'm coloring, I'm just going around and around. I like to color using the same shape as the shape I'm coloring. So if my lines are curvy, I'm going to be coloring with a curved line. Okay, you can use whatever colors that you want. You can use whatever kind of medium. That means the materials, what you're using. Right now I'm using Caran d'Ache crayons, but they're kind of like a crayon oil pastel. Maybe you're using markers at home. Maybe you're using colored pencils. Maybe you're using, something fancy that I don't know about. But you really want to be coloring completely. Okay, and so we really, since this is standing for such a important issue in our world, in our society, in our country, we really want to do our very, very best, okay? Maybe there are some inspirations that you can find on the internet. For colors, maybe there are inspirations you can find around your home. Maybe you just already know what you're doing. But either way, there are many ways to be inspired. Even if, as an artist, you're feeling uninspired, you're not feeling up to it. You can maybe just troll around on the internet looking for inspiration, artistic inspiration. We did a project on Romero Britto last year. He is a famous pop artist, and he is a contemporary artist. That means he's still alive and still making art today. And he has some really good examples of art at home, or at his house. On the internet, images, you can search that. Okay, I want you guys to really do your best in, making your protest poster. And when you're finished, I want you to post it. You can say anything about your process. You don't have to say anything. You can tell me maybe you went to a protest, maybe you have a story about Black Lives Matter or an opinion and you want to tell it to us. Remember that we have the freedom to talk and say how we feel and think and our opinions. But we also want to remember when we are saying these that we want to say them in a kind way. We don't want to hurt people with how we think or feel. We don't want to offend or make anybody feel less by anything that we say. So we have to think carefully sometimes about how we say things, okay? Everyone's different. We all come from different places and different backgrounds and different experiences. So we're all going to have a different way of explaining ourselves, of what we believe in on different things. But we all need to practice anti-racism, and we all need to spread anti-racism. So if you see people around you in your community, in your school, in your home, or anywhere that are not being treated fairly, stand up for them. Get an adult, okay? Because we need change in this country. We want there to be equality. And although Martin Luther King really made waves for us by having us be integrated, meaning together, there's still racism out there. There is still unjust treatings of African Americans, police brutality, and things happening that you as young people can change, and you have a voice, and that your voice is powerful. So I want you to really put a lot of effort into this project. I want you to post it, and I want you to really think about anti-racism and how you can spread love and equality in your life and in others. So have such a good time. I can't wait to see your posters. Friends, I can't wait to see what you're creating out there. I want you to be posting in the Padlet, sharing anything that you've made, but specifically I'm going to be looking for the FIST BLM posters. Okay, I really want you to take time to finish them and to make them complete. Okay, have so much fun. I cannot wait to see what you have created.